Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. This is our April Challenger class, and it is week 3. So today is our second to last class, and next Thursday will be our final class. It's gone by very quick. Now, for today's class, the structure will be the same as in previous weeks. We'll do a bit of a warm-up together, and then we will do a circuit exercise. So we'll have 5 exercises like before, 90 seconds each for 2 rounds per exercise. And then at the end, we'll finish off with a bit of a cool down and a stretch. So the point of the April Challenger class, it's our level 3 class. So we do want to challenge you, as the name implies, and hopefully kick up a bit of a sweat, and hopefully it will kick your butt a little bit too in the best way possible. So thank you very much for being here today. I am a little tired today, so I might be a bit slow. I got in from the airport last night at 2 in the morning, so I guess technically this morning. So I was in Montreal doing a presentation, and so I'm a little sleep deprived, so hence why I've got everything written down today, so I don't forget. So in terms of things you'll need today, you'll need 2 tea towels like last time. So kitchen towels, tea towels, hand towels, whatever you've got. Ideally small. So don't use full-on bath towels. That's too big. So you want something small. You want 2 tea towels. And then optional, if you would like to, you can have a mat as well. There is one exercise we're doing today where we're kneeling on the floor. Now, if you can't kneel on the floor, don't worry, that's okay. We'll do some modifications, so you don't have to get on the floor. But if you would like to, and the surface of the floor that you're doing this exercise in, if it's a little hard or you're worried about your knees being sore, having a mat is great, but you don't have to. We'll talk about it when we get to that exercise. So take a moment and collect your things if you don't have them already, 2 tea towels and a mat if you would like. All right, well, let's get started. And then if there's anybody joining late, I'll just come up to the screen and I'll let everyone in. And let me just make sure my brightness is turned up. Okay, let's get going. We'll start with a bit of a warm up today. So hopefully you have lots of room. We're going to start with our arms in front, and all we're going to do is some nice rotation. We're just going to swing the arms open. Oops, let me come forward. Swing the arms open. Rotating the spine. We're not doing anything too extravagant right now. Nice and loose. You're just kind of letting momentum kind of do its thing and throw your arms open. You're letting your gaze follow that arm that's moving back behind you to deepen that stretch a little bit. And just check in with your posture as you're doing this. Are we nice and tall? Hopefully, yes. At all times during the class, as much as possible, you want to think about the crown of the head reaching up to the ceiling. So we want to be nice and tall as we are exercising. Nice loose swings. Letting the momentum kind of take over here. Letting your arms swing open and shut. Nicely done. Let's do a few more here. Let's take this a little bit further, and we're now going to get our legs involved. So we're going to now twist our body a little further, and you can see I'm kind of pivoting on my feet here. So I'm getting the legs involved. In our previous one, we were just keeping the feet grounded and just the arms and upper trunk moving, but now we're kind of getting the entire body going. Letting those legs kind of weight shift and pivot and swivel a little bit, getting more movement into those feet. And again, to deepen that stretch, you let your gaze follow the arm that's opening back behind you. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, 1, and relax the arm. Okay, we're going to take one arm and we're going to circle it back. And we're going to do a little bit of a knee bend at the bottom of the circle, just to kind of give us some momentum to bring the arm up. Try to go for as big of a circle as you can, like you're drawing a gigantic ring in the air. And then when you're ready, you know what's coming. The other arm is going to circle in the opposite direction. So one arm is circling back, one arm is circling forward. So from the side. So it's kind of like your arms are meeting at the top at the same time, and they're meeting at the bottom at the same time, even though they're circling in opposite directions. If this is really hard, don't worry. You are definitely not the only one. This one's a little bit of a thinker. And it's difficult to coordinate because we're trying to get the arms to move in opposition to each other. Good. Keep going. I'm just going to double check my sound here is okay. I've got some construction going on outside the window, so hopefully you can't hear that. But I'll try to talk a little louder. Good. Nicely done. Okay, let's rest. Let's try the other arm now. So whichever arm you didn't start with, let's do that one. So just like before, you're circling it back and you're doing this little bend of your knees at the bottom of that circle, just to give you some more momentum to bring the arm up, but also just so we can get the legs involved. And then when you're ready, the other arm is going to now circle forward. So I'm going to go sideways again. Now, if you feel like your arms are getting stuck and the movement's really small, I don't want you to think fast. I want you to think big, like you're drawing a big circle. As big of a circle as you can. Nicely done. I know this one's challenging. Bit of a thinker, getting your brain to wake up a little bit. I feel like I need that this morning. And let's rest those arms. Okay, we're going to hold on to something, whether that's a wall, a table, a chair, whatever you have, and we're going to go into some leg swings. So when we do our leg swings, we're not really holding them in any position. We're kind of just letting momentum do its thing, letting gravity and momentum take over. You want to think about your leg as like cooked spaghetti quality. So cooked spaghetti, or overcooked spaghetti rather, you want it to be floppy, floppy, floppy. So you're thinking loose and floppy and kind of all over the place. That's what you want. So we don't want to be holding that leg or arm in any kind of position. We just want them to be floppy and a bit crazy. And the whole point of this is we're trying to open up the hip a little bit more, gaining some movement in the hip joint because we will be using our hips a lot today, of course. And so we just want to get some movement into the joint here. So we're going nice and loose, letting momentum and gravity take over. It can feel wacky and silly, and that's okay. We just want the leg to be floppy, like overcooked spaghetti consistency, and we just want it to kind of swing all over the place. Nicely done, everybody. Nicely done. And hopefully your arms are nice and floppy too. And let's rest. Let's do the same thing on the other side. So still holding on because this is not a balance exercise. We're just using this as a warm-up to get our joints all loose and ready to go. So same thing on the side. You're letting your arms and legs be floppy, kind of like that overcooked spaghetti consistency we talked about. You want everything to be loose and wacky and kind of all over the place. We're just letting momentum take over here, momentum and gravity. We're not specifically holding the muscles in any way. We want it to be nice and loose, nice and floppy, all over the place. Just getting the movement nice and large if you can. So we're getting the joints nice and warmed up. And hopefully your arms are nice and floppy too. We don't want to hold our arms in any specific position. Just let them go. Let them kind of swing however they like with momentum. Good, nicely done. And let's stop there. Okay, we're going to go on to our other leg again, and we're going to do some hip openers. So we're going to hold on, and we're going to go knee up and circle out. Knee up and circle out. It doesn't have to go very high. You can go smaller if it's painful in your hip or something doesn't feel right. That's okay. But the point is we're trying to kind of open up again, open up that hip joint. You're going up and around. So you're going up and out, kind of like drawing a circle with the end of your kneecap. Nicely done, everybody. Ooh, it's getting toasty in this room. The windows in this room are southeast facing, so they get a little bit hot. Nicely done. Let's do the same thing on the other side. So we're still holding on and you're thinking knee up and open. So you're thinking about drawing a circle with your kneecap. Doesn't have to be big. If it doesn't feel great, you can go lower. But we're trying to open up that hip. So think circle here. And hopefully we're not crouching over the leg like this either. You want to be nice and tall. Think about the crown of the head reaching for the ceiling. Nicely done. We're now going to take this a bit further. So what we're going to do now is I'm wanting to squat down nice and low, maybe not quite the lowest you can go, but maybe halfway or a little bit lower. And keeping the same height, I want you to walk in your room. So see if you can walk in this kind of a squat position. It's a little awkward. You want to go forwards and back, but it's kind of like a sumo wrestler walk in a way, but we're just trying to get some more movement into the hips, and you're not really holding anything in particular. Your body can kind of rotate or do what it wants, but the idea is you're trying to go low, and you're trying to swing your hips out as you walk forward and as you walk back. I'll go sideways because that way I have more room. Nicely done, everybody. Last one. Oh, straighten up. Okay, last bit. We're going to just rock our ankles like this. We're going to rise up onto our toes and then onto our heels. You can hold on for this if you like. You don't have to hold that balance. Now, the idea of this is we want to really warm up the ankles. So we're going in both directions as far as we can up, and then as far as we can back onto our heels. So we're going onto our toes, rolling onto the heels, and then rolling onto the toes, rolling onto the heels. So again, this is not a balance exercise. We're just using this as a way to get the ankles warmed up and get them ready for action. So please do hold on if you find that you're not able to go as far as you can in each direction because you're losing your balance. You definitely want to hold on. But of course, if you didn't want to hold on, that's okay too. Whatever feels good for you today. Now, as we go through our exercises in the class today, if there's anything that feels too fast or you just can't quite keep up, that's okay. Remember, this is a level 3 class. It is high intensity. So if you do need to slow anything down, that's okay. Slow it down as long as the underlying quality of the movement remains the same. And if you do need to take a rest at any point, take a rest and come right back in if you can as soon as possible. So we're aiming for that endurance piece as well. All right, let's shake it out. Okay, so we're going to do our circuit now. So we have 5 exercises. We're doing 90 seconds each exercise, and we're doing it twice. So each exercise, we're doing 2 rounds. Okay, the first one, we're going to do some lateral lunges. So it looks like this. My feet are going to be together. I'm going to step out to the side like that, and I'm going to reach my opposite arm to that leg, noticing how far I stepped. I'm really lunging to that leg. And I'm going to come back up as tall as I can, like a statue. Same to the other side, lunge, and you're trying to reach down to your foot and come back up. That's all we're doing. Now, really important, when I'm doing my side lunges, look what I don't want to do. I don't want to do this. I'm exaggerating, no one's doing it like that. But if you look at my back, I don't want to be doing that, but I want to do that. Can you see my spine is long and straight, and I'm kind of sticking my bottom out to really lengthen my spine. That's really important because we really want to work on this posture so we get the right responses in terms of muscle activation. Whereas if we did this is going to be a lot of strain on our backs the entire time. So big, long move back. Okay. Let me get my timer, 90 seconds. And go, 90 seconds of work. For this one, you're pushing yourself back up with that leg that's going out. You're pushing, propelling yourself to the middle. That's it. So you're stepping as far out as you can, and you're going propelling yourself back to the middle, nice and tall. Yes, good. Really use those legs to help you return to the middle. A nice long backs, remember, long backs if you can. You're hinging at the hips. Your spine as long as possible. Make sure it's one distinct step as you come back in, rather than several little ones kind of pulsing back in. You want one big step back in. Really push, propel yourself to the middle. This is feeling really easy. Can you step out even further? Breathing. You've got 30 seconds left. Spread those fingers wide. Energy coming out of the ends of your fingertips. Your entire body is engaged. Nicely done. Good, keep going. 15 seconds. You are almost there. I just realized my clock on your screen is probably backwards, so the numbers, I think, might just look a little wonky. And rest. Okay, breathe. Well done, everybody. Okay, so we have one round down. We're going to do our second round. I'm going to see if I can flip my screen around so that way you can actually see the timer. Let's see. Maybe that's better. Okay, I flipped it. So hopefully you can actually see the numbers now. All right, we're going to do that again. Are we ready? So remember, you're really aiming for this wide. See how wide? I'm really stretching my fingers. That's what you want. You don't want the hands to be curled up. You want everything we do in this class to be large and exaggerated and frankly, a little silly is what we're aiming for. Go! Nice open fingers. Really think propelling yourself back to the middle. Propelling yourself back to the middle. Nicely done. You can do this. Reach the arms wide. Energy to the ends of the fingertips. You got 1 minute. Big push. Propel yourself back to the middle. How far can you step out? Spine nice and long. You're hinging at the hips. Good. 45 seconds. You can do this. Breathe. Energy out the ends of the fingers. Stretch the palm wide. Aiming for exaggerated amplitude here. 30 seconds. Step out nice and big push. Yeah, good, big push. Back in, nicely done. Keep going, 20 seconds. You can do it, keep going. Nice and tall every time you come back to the middle. You've got 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Well done. Shake out those hands, shake out those legs. All right, okay. Our next exercise, you're going to need your 2 tea towels. Now, you might remember from last week, if you were here last week, we did some whipping of the towels, and so we're doing something similar, but now in a different position. So if I go sideways, watch me for a second. One arm is forward, one arm is back, and I'm going whip, 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 whip. So they're kind of going in opposite directions, if you will, and you can see my back arm is trying to lift up just as much as my front arm. And I want this to be really large movement. Now, here's the full exercise. Watch. I'm going to put one leg in front, one leg behind, opposite arm to leg. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go whip, 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 whip. So I'm essentially lifting up the leg and stomping back, opposite arm to leg. So from the front, if my right leg is starting forward, my left arm is forward. So it's opposite, right? You can see opposite. And so what I do is I'm going to switch my arms and balance on one leg. And then I'm going to switch my arms again and stomp back to that starting position. So essentially your legs go like this, up, down, up, down, same leg, up, down, whereas the front leg does not move and your arms match that. So again, everything put together, we go up, down, up, down, up, down. And you're really aiming for this large emphasis of the width. You want to think movements to be as sharp as possible. We're going to do one side for the full 90 seconds. And then for the second round, we'll switch over to the other leg. Okay, let's try it. Let's get the timer. Going 3. Go! Down! Down! That's it, keep going. Nice big width. Width. The towels. Hello! Can you possibly whip the towels or stomp the floor, aiming for this large military-like kind of movement, nice and sharp, loud, whips. Standing up nice and tall. How loud can you whip the towels? Make sure your back arm is lifting as high as your front arm. Good. You have 45 seconds. Whip. 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 Nice effortful arms. Lift that back arm. Get the towel to whip. Get that sound. Whipping. Get the towel to whip. Yes. Your knee is driving up and then stomping back. 20 seconds. 50. Breathing. Nicely done, everybody. 5. And rest. Very good. Well done, everybody. Okay, a few seconds here to breathe. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Same thing on the other side. The back leg goes up and stop. And you're aiming for really loud whipping with the arms. Hey, let's get the timer. We're going to start in 10 seconds. 3. And go. Whip. Get that knee up. Stomping down. Good. Want to be as loud, as big as you can. Whip the towels. Go. Go. Whip that towel. Go. Go. That's it. Nice and tall. Really whip. Whip that towel. Nice large full movements. Well done, everyone. Remember, if anything is too much and you need to rest, that's okay. Take a rest and get right back into it if you can. Stop, lift, stop, lift, stop, lift, stop. Even bigger with those arms. Nice large amplitude. Whipping as large as you can. Almost like your elbows are straight and you're just whipping with the long lever. 20 seconds. Go, go, go. Even bigger with those arms. You can do it. 15. You're almost there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Well done, everybody. Put those towels away. My paperweight walkabout. Okay. For this next one, you have the option of using a mat if you would like, but you don't have to. If you find that your floor is pretty soft, and go without a mat. That's okay too. But I'm going to show you, and then you can decide what works best for you. I'll show you the full version first, and then I'll show you the modifications, okay? So if you're not able to get on the floor, don't worry, that's okay. I'll show you a modification. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We are going to go, so here's the full version. Watch me. I'm going to go down, down, up, up. Switch legs. Down, down, up, up. Switch legs. So that's the full version. Now, if that's too difficult, you have a few options. I'm going to grab a chair in front. Okay, option 2. You can hold on to the chair if it's difficult, and you can go like this. Down, down, up, up. Opposite side. Down, down, up, up. Or you can go down and hover, not actually fully come down. Get up. Other side, hover. And up. So you don't have to go fully down. And actually, it's probably easier from the back of the chair because you can stand up taller. So you can literally do a reverse lunge, almost like you're about to kneel down, but not quite. And you're going to come back up. Or holding onto the chair, you can go down, down, up. Up, switch sides. Or without the chair, you can go down, down, up, up, other side. Now, this might feel not too bad in the beginning, but the idea of this is we're working on some endurance. So we're doing this for a full 90 seconds. And as you're doing this, I want to invite you to really straighten your spine. Imagine you got a big magnet at the top of your head, and your ceiling is made out of a magnet too. And so it's almost like the top of your head is getting sucked upwards. So the entire time I'm doing this, my upper body is like an elevator. I go up and down, but not forward and back, if that makes sense. Okay, let's try. You can choose what version you want to do. We go in 3. Go! Down, down, up, up. Legs after each rep. You can choose what you want to do, but I really want to invite you, stop landing. No one should be crashing their knees to the floor. Really control the descend. And you're trying to keep your spine nice and long towards the ceiling. So remember, your trunk is like an elevator. You can go up and down, but not forwards and backwards. Oh, and my mat is moving. Keep going. Nicely done, everybody. 50 seconds. You can do it. Breathe. When you kneel down, you're aiming for a large step back in order to actually have room for your knee to come down without your trunk falling forward. 30 seconds. You're almost there. Well done, everybody. You've got 20 seconds left. 15. You can do it. Keep going. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 5, and rest. Breathe. Okay, let's take a few seconds. We're going to take a few seconds, let the heart rate come down. You've got 1 round left of this exercise, and you are now officially halfway. So after this final round of the 3rd exercise here, you have 2 more exercises, and then you're done. So you're almost there. And then you're ready for your long weekend of eating and drinking and doing whatever it is that you do over the Easter long weekend. So you have that to look forward to. Okay. Are you ready? Our final round is the 3rd exercise. Okay, I'm going to start my timer. Whoops. We go in 3. Go! Large step back, big step back, so that you can keep your trunk nice and straight like an elevator. We don't want to lean forward. We want to be nice and straight. Our trunk should be perpendicular to the ground at all times. chest up. Nicely done, everybody. Remember, nice soft landing. I don't want to see anyone fall or crash to their knee. Please be careful. We're aiming for control as we get down to the floor. And remember, if this is too much, hold on to a chair. You don't have to fully go down. You can just do lunges. Whatever works for you. We want to be nice and safe. No injuries. And we also want to make sure whatever you choose is still challenging enough. Breathe. You're almost there. You've got 30 seconds left of this exercise. You'll never see it again. Unless you do the recording, then you will see it again. Nicely done, everyone. Remember, big steps to keep your trunk nice and vertical. 15. You got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. All right, everyone, get some water if you need. Get some water. Little sips if you are drinking water. Try not to chug the water because then you might get a cramp when we start again. And use the room or walk it off to let your heart rate come down a little bit. We'll have 40 seconds here as a bit of a rest. Although I guess I should probably say active rest. We're not fully sitting down. We don't want to sit down or lie down because it'll be really tough afterwards to do the rest of the class. So we're going to think pacing or perching or leaning on something, but we're going to try not to sit down fully or lie down. We've got 2 exercises left and you are done. Our next exercise is going to be a push-up variation. So if you've been here before, you'll remember we did this on the wall. So don't worry, we're not doing this on the floor. We're doing this on the wall. And last week we did a robo-plank variation where we went down, down, up, up on our forearms. Today we are doing a normal push-up, but we're adding in a Spider-Man push-up variation to it. So let me show you. So you want a wall that ideally does not have pictures or doorknobs or things sticking out. You just don't want to get hurt as you're doing this. So watch what I do. So you're going to stand in front of the wall. You're going to put your hands flat on the wall and your elbows straight. Now, if your elbows are bent, you're too close to the wall. You've got to walk out until your hands are still flat on the wall, but your arms are straight. But if you're back here where you're leaning forward, you're too far. So we're going to start with just our hands flat on the wall, nice and straight. Then from here, you're going to walk your feet back, but your body stays on the incline. So it's like if I had a ball or marble and I dropped it from the base of my neck, it would roll all the way down to my heels without there being like a jump or a bump that comes off. So I want it to be one straight plank. And here's our Spider-Man push-up variation. You're going to be on one leg and you're going to do this. We're going to go push up and then bring that knee up towards the arm, and we're going to do a push-up in that position, and then back down again. So we're going to do one side for 90 seconds, and then we're going to switch legs. So again, it looks like this. Go one leg up. We go push up, and the knee goes up to the elbow, push up. And this is our Spider-Man push-up variation. Elbow up, push up. And now the push-ups we're doing is going to be more endurance. So 90 seconds is actually kind of a long time when you're doing this. And so if you do need to stop and shake out your arms or shake out your legs, or you need to rest in between, that's okay. You are more than welcome to do so. But I'm going to challenge you that every time you do rest, give yourself, say, 7 seconds, and you're going to come right back in. So we're going to try to build on that endurance a little bit. So you're going to try to take as short of a break as possible if you need them. But of course, if you absolutely need a longer break, that's okay. I'm not saying that you can't if you really need it, but we're trying to aim for some endurance here. Okay. Are we ready? Find a wall. We're going to start in 3. Go! So remember, you're doing one side only for the entire 90 seconds. And then we will Do the other side for the second round. The entire time you're doing this, you're thinking about your body in one straight plank. Your body's in one straight slope. We don't want the bottom to be sticking out or the tummy to be sagging forward. We want to keep our body in one plank, nice and strong tummy muscles helping you with that. Breathing. You might find this to be challenging when you're lifting your knee up. You're going to try to keep that plank in the body still. Try not to let your bottom stick out or your hips sag forward. Good. Nicely done, everybody. 35 seconds. You're almost there. Good. You can do it. Breathe. Remember, if you absolutely need a break, go for 7 seconds and get right back in if you can. Breathe. 20 seconds left. You're almost there. Breathe. 15. You're almost there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Shake out your arms. Shake out your legs. Walk it off. Give yourself a few seconds. Well done, everybody. Oh my goodness. Roll up your shoulders if you need, or swing your leg if your bottom is sore from holding that single leg position. Well done, everybody. We got one last round. We're going to do the other side. And then after this, you've only got one exercise left. And I saved the best for last. It's a really fun boxing combination, so hopefully you'll enjoy it. Or if you don't like boxing, it's only getting 90 short seconds times 2. All right, are we ready? We're going to do the other side. Remember, if you need a break, that's okay. Take your break. I don't want you to injure yourself. Even though we do want to aim for endurance and pushing ourselves, we also don't want to hurt ourselves. All right. Oh. Keeping your body in one straight plank. Try not to hinge your hips back or sag your hips forward. Imagine if there was a marble dropped from the bottom of your neck. It should roll all the way down towards your heels without it kind of coming off like a jump around the hips. Breathe. Don't hold your breath. Breathe. You have 55 seconds left. You're almost done. This is the last time you're doing this exercise. You're almost there. You can do it. 40 seconds. Breathe. You're almost there. Remember, if you do need a break, that's okay. Take a break and get right back into it as soon as you can. 25 seconds left. When you bring your knee up in that Spider-Man push-up, you're aiming for the inner thigh to be reaching for the wall. Your knee should be pointing outwards. You want your inner thigh to be reaching to the wall. You're almost there. You got 5 seconds left. 3. And done. Shake out those arms. Shake out those legs. Oh my goodness, guys. Well done. Well done. Walk it off. Have a bit of a break. You can rotate those shoulders. Swing them out. Swing out your hips if you find your glute muscles to be a bit tight from that last one. Nicely done, everybody. Okay. So we have our final exercise, 90 seconds for 2 rounds. And this one's going to be a bit of a boxing combination. So it's going to be a little bit of a thinking involved so you can remember the combination. And I'll give you some variations as well if you can't do some of the bits near the end. So let me show you. So we're going to start in our fighter stance. So your fighter stance is basically one leg forward, one leg back, but sort of on a diagonal, if you will. And the reason we have the stance is because it's easier for us to kind of weight shift and be able to move in all sorts of directions when we need to. Now, it doesn't matter what leg is sore. You can be in your fighting stance or in southpaw, which is when your right leg is sore. It doesn't matter. We're going to do both. So here's what we're going to do. Watch. We're going to go 4 punches forward like this. 1, 2, 1, 2. Then after you do that, you're going to do a front kick, a back kick, 2 rear elbow strikes over the top. 1, 2. So if there is somebody in front of you, like an opponent, the target zone would be the eyebrow. You're going 1, 2. Then after you do that, you're going to do 3 jumps to switch legs or steps. So it looks like this. 1, 2, 3. So you're now on the other side. Or if you don't want to jump, you go like this. 1, 2, 3, and you're on the other side. So please don't feel like you have to jump if you can't. That's okay. So let's do it again. We do 4 punches. 1, 2, 1, 2. Front kick, lean away from that kick so you can balance. Back kick, lean away from that kick so you can balance. 2 rear elbow strikes over the top. 1, 2. Then you do 3 jumps or steps to switch. 1, 2, 3. Or stepping if you don't want to do that. Okay, let's do this again. So anytime we do boxing, it's a very core-centric exercise. So we don't want to just be like this and everything's just the arms. We don't want to be doing boxing like that. Everything that you do in boxing comes from here. So your trunk is the power behind your punches. So rather than doing this with just the arms, we're using our trunk to throw those punches. So you can see there's an element of this kind of rotation. Same with when you do the rear elbow strikes. We don't want to just be like this with the arms, but you want to use your trunk, your core. You want to go down, down. So your core is the strength and power behind your punches rather than just the arms alone. So let's do that again from the beginning. 4 punches. 1, 2, 1, 2. Front kick, lean away, kick, like you're kicking down a door. Back kick, lean away, kick. Then we're going to do 2 rear elbow strikes going up and over. 1, 2. And then 3 jumps or steps to switch, whatever you prefer. So if I did the kicks from the side for a second, when I do my kick, look what I'm doing with my trunk. When I do my front kick, I'm leaning away. When I do my back kick, I'm leaning forward. So we don't want to be like this because the power and the balance will be really tough. You really want to think away. You're counterbalancing from your kicks, and you want it to actually be a kick rather than kind of like a swing. Okay. I'm sure you're sick of hearing me yap, so we're going to get started. So we're going to do 90 seconds. Doesn't matter what side you start with because we're doing both. Okay. Are we ready? We go in 3. Go! 4 punches forward. 1, 2, 1, 2. Front kick, lean away. Back kick, lean away. 2 rear elbow strides. 1, 2. 3 jumps or steps to switch. Same on the other side. We go 4 punches forward. Kick forward. Kick backwards. 2 rear elbow strides. 1, 2. Jump or step to switch. Keep going in your own time. I'm going to stay at this pace in case anybody is lost. But go faster if you've got the combination down. I'm going to go a little slower in case anybody is stuck. So remember, you're doing 4 punches forward, front kick, lean away, back kick, lean away, 2 rear elbow strikes. Breathe out as you're doing that. Help with the power. And then 3 jumps or steps to switch sides. Keep going at your own pace. You don't have to go at the pace I'm going. Feel free to go at a pace that works for you, whether that's slower, faster, whatever you can manage. Really use your trunk, use your core for the punches and the kicks, actually. You want everything to be core-centric. And rest. Well done. Okay, walk it off. Shake out your arms, shake out your legs. You have 30 seconds of a break, and we're going to go for round 2. For those who've gotten the combination down, for round 2, I want you to go a little bit faster. We're going to go for endurance. But if you're going so fast that your punches are now looking like this, like little dinosaur punches, then I would rather you go slower, because I don't want you to punch like this or kick like this. We want really big movements the entire time, using your trunk to be the power behind how you throw those punches, and also your trunk being the power behind your kicks. You're leaning away. Okay. Are we ready? So we're going to go a tiny bit quicker for the second round if you can. If you can't, don't worry. Slow it down. Do what you can. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go! That's it. Lean away from those kicks. Strong. Nicely done. So it's 4 punches, a front kick, a back kick, and 2 rear elbow strikes. And then switch legs. I'll go slower again. Front kick. Keep going at your pace. I'm just going to go a bit slower for people who might be stuck. 2 rear elbow strikes. That's it. And then either jump or step to switch. Good. 4 punches forward for those who are doing it slower. Keep going. You have 40 seconds. If you've got the combination, I want to invite you to go faster. For the last little bit, how fast can you go without losing the quality or the amplitude of the movement? Aim for power. Make those kicks and punches and strikes as powerful as you can. 15 seconds. Go. As powerfully as you can. Keep going right till the very end of the buzzer. 10. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And done. Oh my goodness. Walk it off, everybody. Very, very well done. I know that combination is a little bit tricky because you gotta remember the different steps that come after the previous one. So very, very well done. So like I mentioned before, anytime you're doing boxing, if you are someone who does rock steady boxing or other types of Parkinson, really thinking about all of your movements being core centric. You never want to involve just the arms or just the legs. The entire body should be involved when you're doing exercise like boxing. All right, let's stretch it out. Hold on to something for support. We're going to stretch out our thighs. You have 2 options. If you're really flexible, you can hold on to your foot and pull it up towards your bottom knee in line, and you're going to push your hips forward to really stretch the front of the thigh. Or if you can't do that, don't worry. You can have a chair behind you, and you can place your foot onto the chair like so, and keep your knees in one line. Push your hips forward. The higher the seat of the chair, the more you'll feel a stretch at the front of the thigh. Just breathe, deep breaths. Nicely done, everybody. And let's switch sides. You can either hold on to your foot or put it on the chair behind you, whatever works better for you. Remember, keeping your knees in one line, so don't let your knee come forward. Keep it in one line. Breathing. And release. Okay, we're gonna bring one leg forward, one leg back. We're gonna stretch our back calf muscle. So the front knee is bent, back knee is straight. You're reaching that heel to the floor, and you're stretching that calf muscle at the back. If you don't feel it, move that foot back even further, and you should feel it. Or if your legs are too open and you can't bring your heel down at all, and it's too much, bring it in, whatever works for you. Breathing as you're stretching. And now we're going to just bring our feet in a little bit together. You're going to transfer your weight backwards. So now your back knee is bent, your front knee is straight into a hamstring stretch. The front foot doesn't matter if it's pointing or toes up, doesn't matter. You'll feel that same stretch as long as you're hinging from the hips. The only difference is if you bring your toes up, you'll feel more of it like a nerve stretch, which you don't necessarily need. So it doesn't matter if your foot's up or down. Nicely done. Let's switch sides. Other leg forward, front knee bent, back leg straight. You're reaching that back heel to the floor. So hopefully feel a stretch in the back calf muscle. Breathing as you're doing this. Try to keep that back knee straight if you can. And then walk the legs in together a little closer. You're gonna now transfer your weight back. So your back knee is bent, your front knee is straight. Nice long spine hinge at the hips. Keyword here, long spine hinge. And then you should feel at the back of the front thigh there. Good, coming back up. We're gonna take our hand, we're gonna grab hold of the opposite elbow. We're gonna pull it towards our shoulder. Now the arm that's straight, you wanna drop that shoulder down as much as you can and really pull that elbow towards your shoulder so that way you can feel that stretch on the outside of the arm there. Breathing as you're doing that. And then that elbow is going to go up overhead and back behind you. So you're pulling that elbow up towards the ceiling. And you can feel a stretch here at the front. Good, breathing. And opposite side, same thing. Pull the elbow towards your opposite shoulder. Drop that shoulder down so you can really feel that stretch on the outside of that arm. And then we're going to go up overhead, pointing the elbow at the ceiling, pushing that back. You should feel the stretch through the back of the arm where the triceps are. Very nicely done, everybody. And relax. Let's just shake out the shoulders. We're going to roll them back. Nice and loose. Roll them back. And roll them forward. And then with wide legs, we're just going to rotate on the spot. Not doing anything too extravagant. Just kind of rocking it out here. Nicely done, everybody. And you are finished. Thank you very much for joining us for the week 3 of April Challenger. So remember, this is our level 3 class. So it is high intensity. If it was really challenging for you today, don't worry. That's great. I'm glad it was challenging, and we can always modify, or you can practice the exercise more. You can always slow it down too. And remember, in order for exercise to effectively slow down your Parkinson's, we want moderate to high intensity exercises. And that's what we're aiming for, and the exercise should be challenging but not impossible to do. So I hope you enjoyed this class, and I will let you all go. Have a great long weekend. Thank you, everybody. Bye for now. See you later.